Hello, friends, and welcome to the Cinemondo podcast.
So excited! Oh my
Yeah.
god! You know, I
What's
got
going
jet.
on?
I got so psyched for this. So this is Ponniyin Selvan 2 trailer
Wow.
finally came out. I've been counting the days. They had a little thing saying 2 days, and they had a little thing saying 1 day. And we just did the song recently and a couple little
Right.
promo trailers showing the colas are back, and then we had the behind the scenes with A.R. Rahman. So now we get the actual trailer, but all day, like, well, not all day. All day in the morning, all morning, they had a red carpet event for the trailer.
Yeah.
It's like, and so you got to see all the stars arriving, and everybody was there, and they gave speeches. I'm ready to see this so bad. I
You know,
cannot
my
wait.
manager my manager had to come get me away from the pool and said, "You got to go on right now." And I was like,
Right
"Can I
now.
finish? Can I
Right
finish my
now.
margarita?" And so he said no, so I had to come do this. So anyway,
Here we
no,
are, but this is huge.
this sounds swank. It sounds big. Red carpet for a trailer.
They do it right. I mean, my
Yeah.
god. So I saw actually Mark and I saw PS1, and it was so much more entertaining, so much more fun than you think it's going to be. You think, oh, it's going to be this historic, slog.
Right.
So much fun, so well directed. They had a lot of light humor in it. So I'm going to be looking for kind of that same attitude. It's going to be power struggles, very serious topic, but it's also going to have a little bit, hopefully, of humor and a little bit of fun, and probably lots of
Right.
great music. So because it's A.R. Rahman, I cannot wait.
Yeah. Music seems pretty cool.
And
So
there's also more big news.
What?
New cheetahs were born in India. They've been extinct for 70 years. And we got, oh my god, that's so cool.
Wow.
When I was in Africa,
that's like big news. That's topical news right now. That they used to be considered extinct, but then I guess they found some somewhere, obviously.
Mm-hmm. So here we are. We got cheetahs now. And I like cheetahs because when I was in Africa, I got to actually pet a cheetah ambassador and get to hear it purr, and it was kind of amazing and magical.
Wow.
So,
it didn't kill you?
No, it was an ambassador. It was born in captivity, and while you can't really mess around with them, you can't, got to be careful they're not vicious. So
yeah, because they're like a ton of cat, right? It's like a lot of cat, but a ton.
They're very lean, like a greyhound. They're very lean and bony, and they're racehorses basically.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
they're pretty fast. I think they're the fastest animal on the earth.
Okay, I think we waited long enough. I'm ready to watch this trailer. Are you ready to watch this trailer?
Do you have it set up on the projector? Okay. I'm gonna slate it.
Okay.
And suspense. A little suspense.
Suspense.
Okay. Action.
Okay.
Wow.
Right.
கோடியக்கரையிலிருந்து செய்தி வந்திருக்கிறது. அருண்மொழியை கடல் விழுங்கி விட்டதாம். அடுத்த பட்டத்துக்குரியவர்
இளவரசே, கொள்ளிடம் நதிக்கு தெற்கே உள்ள பகுதியை மதுராந்தக தேவருக்கும் வடக்கே உள்ள பகுதியை உங்களுக்கும் பிரித்துக் கொடுத்தால் அது நியாயமாக இருக்கும்.
The Cholas are back.
நம் முதல் எதிரி ஆதித்த கரிகாலன். அருண்மொழியின் மரண செய்தி கேட்டு மதம் பிடித்த யானை போல் கிளம்பி வந்து கொண்டிருப்பான்.
கொடுத்த காரியத்தை முடித்து விட்டாய் தோழா. வானர் பரம்பரை சுத்த வீர பரம்பரை.
இளவரசே, ஒரு நல்ல செய்தியோட வந்திருக்கேன் இளவரசே.
அருண்மொழி இலங்கையில் ஒரு ஊமை அரசியை பார்த்தானாம். சொல்லுங்கள், அந்த ஊமை அரசி யார்?
நந்தினி.
கரிகாலன் கடம்பூரில் என் கைகளால் கொல்லப்படுவான்.
கரிகாலன் கடம்பூருக்கு வருவான் என்பது என்ன நிச்சயம்?
வரச் சொல்லியது நான்.
இதுவரை திரைமறைவில் இருந்து செய்ததை முடிசூட்டி கொண்டு செய்ய போகிறேன்.
அரசரை எதிர்த்தார். சோழ நாட்டை உடைக்கவா கட்டளை?
சோழ நாட்டை பிரித்து கொடுக்க வேண்டும். சோழ நாட்டை பிரிக்க வேண்டும். பெற்ற தாயின் ஒரு மார்பை வெட்டி எடுத்துக்கொள் என்கிறீர்கள்.
சோழ குலத்தையே வேரோடு அழிப்போம்.
Looks pretty epic.
Oh my God, that looked
massive.
This looked, and whenever they go to the second part, you think, how can they get bigger than the first one?
Yeah, they have to. Right, it has to be bigger and better and faster. The armies have to be larger, and there has to be more vengeful comeuppances.
Totally. And what I like about it too, a lot of these kind of movies are kind of dark and they're dingy and they're gray and kind of, Vikings looking, I'm talking about the TV show.
Right.
This is shot like really bright, beautiful colors, the
the
gold
oranges,
and the blue
the sunlight.
skies.
Yeah.
They didn't make it look scary. And they brought all this really extreme violence that's almost balletic. They were flying through the air very gracefully, but not in a super fakey way. It was actually a really cool, relatively, realistic way. And they give you that little hint of Carte's his little winky character where they show him and he's kind of whistling, sitting on a log. It's that's very much his character. He's kind of I'm just casually, incredibly, amazing. I love that.
Yeah, it doesn't have that blue bleach crush cinematography look. The
Game of Thrones,
those LUTs that everybody's using. It looks like they're using this sort of golden hour LUT,
Yeah.
And it's kind of got a bloom to it. There's a little bit of a bloom, and they're doing some stuff with soft focus and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's a look, but it has a bright, like you were saying, it has a brighter, more daylight, sunshiny, almost like a summertime vibe to it, like it's hot, instead of icy cold.
Right. It's not cold, and everybody's very there's all this beautiful gold lighting. Everyone's very perfect wardrobe. I love it. And the other great thing about this, those female characters are also great. They're very important. They're not just these sideline characters. They have a lot of power. It's all about the power struggle. It's not just about the men. Oh, here's my queen.
Right.
It's no, she's got her own thing going on. So
Right.
I love that they're bringing them back, and they took up a lot of screen time in the trailer, which is kind of rare. We got a little hint of the music. We didn't get a ton. They didn't show dance numbers really. We just got the great kind of, inspiring music that I'm sure he wrote, very sparkly and bright. And it's not too, again, it doesn't sound like a drudge or anything. It sounds very epic and big, and bright. Bright is a good way to describe it.
Yeah, bright. It has a kind of a nostalgic vibe to it, like I was talking about when we heard the song. It has a real rich, warm analog feel to it.
Yeah.
And we saw we also watched a little behind the scenes trailer when we talked about it. If you check back on an earlier episode, and we talked about the music, there was a music video that came out, and it also had a behind the scenes thing where you see them sort of orchestrating the music, and it's all it's all analog instruments. It's not some dude like me sitting in a room with a keyboard. It's like an orchestra. It's music, and that, as much as I'm good with digital, I'm fine with digital and electronic music. I love it, always will. There's something that's somehow inviting, comforting, comfortable. I don't know what it is about the analog music recorded with really good preamps, recorded, if you recorded on tape, which I doubt they did, but there's something about listening to a tape recorded analog instrument through tube amplifier, old fashioned, technology. It just has this warmth. And some people don't believe you when you say that, but I believe it.
I believe it. It does make a difference. I mean, there's something you say kind of deeper and richer about, analog instruments versus the electronic kind. And sometimes, it's big in that, or, big and orchestral, maybe you can't really tell as much, but you can deep down, I think you can tell.
I think you can feel it. It's like you can, there's some computer generated images that look super real, but there's something inherent in there that I don't know. There's a barrier. I don't know what it is. It's that, they call it the uncanny valley when it's really weird. But when you watch something like The Mandalorian or something, that Baby Yoda is right there in the room. For some reason, you have a feeling because they used a real puppet. Then they didn't do a computer generated. And with this music, when I was listening to it, I was thinking, wow, this has a real analog warmth to it. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I saw that footage of them directing an actual, analog orchestra. So anyway, I'll stop talking about the music now.
No, I love it. I love talking about the music because music's such a big part of this. And then, we're going to probably have more, actual songs with lyrics. Like we had Aganaga, and that was beautiful, gorgeous, just a nice soft way in.
It's
so
a
this
musical.
is directed. That's right. It is technically. It's directed by Manny Ratnam.
Yeah.
And it's based on a novel from the 50s. We talked about that in our teaser.
That's right. Okay, that's where the 50s vibe comes from.
That's right. And so all the actors are back from part 1, Karhi and Vikram and everybody. So I'm very excited to see the second installment, and we'll definitely be doing more reviews. I'm sure there'll be more trailers and more songs and more, content for PS2, but we'll for sure to cover it.
This seemed like a really long trailer, though. It was kind of like it had a lot of scenes in it, and it showed you a few of the really big set pieces. It looks like, the battles and the fights and that fight on the scaffolding. Kind of that I imagine that's going to be lots of fun.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be so fun. I mean, the stunts and everything are so great. I can't wait to see the choreography of the fighting.
Choreography looks intense.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so there's the first trailer after the big red carpet premiere of the trailer.
Yeah,
we're gonna.
You saw it here first, folks. Or maybe second. Maybe second, maybe third.
Exactly. We wanted to definitely cover this fast because I'm very excited for it. I know Burk is too. All right.
I'm going back to the pool where I was not. Yeah.
Stop it.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.